Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Welcome to another episode of Short Shifts, and you know the deal. On Wednesdays, we are sponsored by Skate Tech. If you didn't know, Skate Tech Skate Sharpening Equipment Repairs brings you NHL quality service at an affordable retail price. With over 23 years of sharpening equipment customizing experience, Skate Tech serves as your personal equipment manager, providing the highest quality skate sharpening, blade profiling, team unis, and equipment alterations available on the market today. Let Skate Tech take your on-ice performance to the next level with the edge that the pros trust. Check them out at skatetechsharpening.com.
Welcome to our Wednesday Short Shifts. Vex, you're going to like this one, dude.
Ooh, let's go.
You are going to like this one. So I had an advisor reach out to me, a guy named Chad McDonald, great guy. I've done some work with some of his clients and does a really good job with his kids. And one of the things that he mentioned to me that could go a long way to talk about is what to do when you're a healthy scratch. What to do when you're a healthy scratch, what to do when you're not getting a lot of playing time. Because that is something, again, you can go both ways. There's one way where you can go that's maybe the unhealthy way. And then there's one way that you can go that might be a little bit more of the healthy way. So healthy scratch, what do? Go.
First and foremost, look at it as an opportunity. I had a conversation with a player last night. I went over to his house to talk to him, and I told him, something that made my life a lot easier when times were tough, and now I just do it all the time, is I look at things with two doors. One door, negative, point fingers. Why me? I'm better than that guy. Why am I not on the power play? Why am I healthy scratched? Why? I'm better than, this, that. Poor me. Oh, I'm so down. You take that door. I have never seen anyone have anything positive ever come out of taking that door ever. So I don't care if you're scratched once or this is your fifth scratch in a row. Doesn't matter, because taking that door literally gets you nowhere. So what you need to do is figure out the other door. What can I learn from this? What can I do better? Reflect, adapt, apply. And then what can I do right now, this very second, to make this situation a little bit better? And for me, if it's a healthy scratch, it's let me watch my last game or last few games. Take notes. What did I do well? What didn't I do well? What do I need to work on in practice? And what do I need to work on in the times where there's empty ice before practice or after practice? I'm going to start working on those. Number 2, get your butt in the gym. You're not playing tonight. Get in the gym. Find a way to get better while you're not playing. Number 3, if you've been scratched a whole bunch of times, you can go into the coach's office and ask, what can I be working on so that I can help the team win? Not, why am I not playing tonight, coach? Because you got to think about how coach is going to take that. And that's not, trust me, no coach wants to hear, because then it sounds like you're complaining, right? So it's, what can I do right now that's going to make this situation better? Sitting and pouting? Nope, not making you better. Pointing fingers, I'm better than that guy? Nope, not making you better. Get a workout in, watch video, recover, do something that moves the needle forward and helps you get closer to the goal of not being scratched again.
Yeah, man. That's very well said. I'm going to go at it from a different perspective. And I'll just bluntly say this to all the players out there. Your coach is not out to get you. Your coach is not out to get you. He's not trying to screw you. Okay. Coaches at that level where there's healthy scratches are paid to win. Okay. And so they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that they win. And you are not in their plans for winning that hockey game that night, plain and simple. It's not because they're trying to screw you. It's not because anything else. Like, you're just not good enough to be in the lineup to help them to put him in a position to win, So like, I feel like human nature, we are all wired to go to the negative. That's just the way that we are. There's an evolutionary reason for that. where negativity sticks with us because when, dinosaurs were chasing us back in the day, or lions or whatever it was that was chasing us, like it had to stick. So we learned how to not get in the way of lions, and you know what I mean? So like, that's why like the negativity sticks a little bit more, and we're wired a little bit more towards the negativity. However, in the psychology world, the social work world right now, one of the biggest words that's being used is reframe. Reframe. How could you reframe this situation? How could you reframe this experience to make it into something that could actually help you? So our brains are hardwired to make excuses. Our brains are hardwired to think that somebody is out to get us and things aren't fair. So you have to work and be intentional about reframing these tough situations into something that can help you be better. Okay. Take it as, you know what? Like, I need to be better to get into the lineup. And go talk to your coach. And exactly what you said, Vex. What can I do to be better? From a coach's perspective, there's nothing better as a coach than a player that comes into your office and says, what can I do to be better? You tell them what you feel like they need to do to be better, and they're the first on the ice for practice the next week, and they're the last one to leave. And then they're the first on the ice again, and then they're the last one to leave. Coaches will give the benefit of the doubt to that kid 100% of the time. 100% of the time. Coaches will not give the benefit of the doubt to the kid that sulks and whines and complains. If you sulk and whine and complain, you're probably going to stay out of the lineup until you stop or somebody gets hurt, and you can get back in. So like, having a positive attitude about it, and like having a what can I control attitude out of it will, number one, build essential life skills in you that will help you to be better in life, whatever life throws your way. Number two, it's going to help with the trust that the coach is going to have in you to get you out of that doghouse or whatever it is that's keeping you out of the lineup. And number three, it's going to make you a better hockey player, because it's going to give you a kick in the ass that, you know what, I need to work a little bit harder to earn my spot in the lineup. And so if you're not getting what you feel like you deserve, like, you have to reframe that, and that, you know what, like, coach is making this lineup because he's feeding his family from this lineup, and this is how he thinks that you're going to win. And if I'm not a part of those plans right now, it's not the coach's fault. It's something that I got to do. Now, are there bad coaches out there? Yeah, there's bad coaches out there, but I recruited in junior hockey for a long time as a college coach. I don't know if I met one coach in all the leagues that I recruited in that was like, "Ooh, I'm out to get that kid." Like, I get up and I'm coming to the rink to make sure that this kid, doesn't get what they should. Doesn't happen that way. And so take what's in your control. Vex, you had some great stuff there. And like, it's so much of your hockey journey is more in your control than you probably think.
And it's up to you to find a freaking way.
Find a way.
It's up to you, because if you don't, you're out of the game. And so you must reframe. You must reframe. You must find the good in this. Maybe I think I'm better than I am. Maybe I think I'm executing more than I am. Maybe I think I'm paying attention to the details, but I'm actually not. Like, find the silver lining, turn it into a positive. That is on you. And the sooner you learn that, and that doesn't mean it's not still going to suck to get scratched. It sucks. Juniors, college, pro, doesn't matter. Sucks. But sitting there and pouting gets you nowhere. Pointing fingers, nowhere. Look in the mirror, find the silver lining, find ways to get better, dig down deep, and remind yourself, this is in my control. It's my job to make this situation work for me, not against me. And if you don't do that, you won't be in hockey much longer. And if you do that and learn how to do that often, like Toph said, the rest of your life, whenever you're done with hockey, whether you play college or pro or whatever, the rest of your life will be so much easier. Trust me. Trust me. Okay. Me getting scratched in juniors made me better at business 25 5 years later. Trust me, find a way. It's on you.
Yeah, man. The more that we can think about things in our control and focus on those things, the better we are. And honestly, like again, from a coaching perspective, there's nothing worse than a pouty McPowderson, when they're out of the lineup or they're not in a role that they like. There's nothing better than a kid who outworks where they're at and earns a spot higher than where they've been. Like that's gold as a coach, because that takes a lot of internal motivation. And one thing really quick, I know time is up, but like, I don't think we both kind of said this, but I want to make sure that it gets reiterated. That's a lot easier said than done. It's a lot easier said than done. Vex and I have both been scratched. We've both been out of the lineup. Like, that sucks. It hurts. You want to make excuses. You think it's not fair. Nobody ever is like, I deserve to be out of the lineup. Very rarely does that ever happen. But like it takes hard work, man. And it takes intention to really kind of reframe that into a way that's going to serve you way more than what we're programmed, right? To kind of think in those situations. And so, like, it takes work, but that work will pay off in the end. You're going to be better for it now and years down the road. So there we go.
Find a way.
Time's up. Share the show.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.